Oh, Hannah, I am so sorry.
No, I was muted. We all do it sometimes. I raced for the universal mute button and I let myself down. But anyway, welcome everybody, friends, legends, long-time viewers, first-time viewers, whoever you are, joining us on this magnificent day. Fletch, we're celebrating today, aren't we?
Yeah. We are celebrating, and I have to say the way that you've set some of the things we're celebrating up in your background, love it.
I
Chef's
came
kisses.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, my friend. I came
Hmm.
prepared today because we've been doing a lot of celebrating recently. Obviously,
Hmm.
we went through all of the Microsoft announcement a few weeks ago. The Surface Laptop 5 launched last week here in Australia and New Zealand. And today, Fletch, today, the Surface Pro 9. The Surface Pro 9 is joining us in stores online.
Oh
If you pre-ordered it,
yes.
it will be shipped out to you today, arriving on your doorstep. And I am so excited to take a closer look at this beautiful new product. Where do you
Yeah.
think
Thank you
we
for bringing me along.
Yeah, I'm so
Huh.
glad to have you here, Fletch. Where should we start? Do you want to start with what
I
you're
I
most
want to
excited
see
about?
it. Oh
You want to
really?
see it?
I'm most excited to see the green one and the blue one.
Yes,
That honestly,
yes.
that I know that's such a cop out, but
It is
I
not a
haven't
cop out
seen
at all,
one.
Fletch, because I
Yeah.
have seen them, as you may be able to tell.
Oh.
I am lucky enough to have them here with me in my home to look at. I've
Hmm.
definitely admired them a
Hmm.
lot. I've filmed some videos that will be coming soon. But should we start with the sizzle video, Fletch? Should we set us
Oh
up for,
yes.
up for success? Or watch the official launch video for the Surface Pro 9, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. What our favorite things are, what the standout things are, and I have them next to me. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. They are right here and we'll show them off. But let's start off with the beautiful Surface Pro 9 sizzle video.
Just no stopping. Just no stopping. Just no.
So beautiful, so magical. I love that video. Every time I watch it, I think I notice something new, something a little bit different each and every time. Okay, we've established the colors. We've established the
Yes.
colors were the
The
first thing that
colors.
stood out to us. What was next for you, Fletch? What was the next thing that made you go, ooh?
Honestly, the thing that stood out to me afterwards was the 5G model.
Yeah.
I know that's a little bit random as well, but just the fact that we've got 5G in the Surface Pro range, like it's shouted out nice, loud and clear on the sizzle vid just there. But also, some of the really cool features that come from that, like that auto framing without any additional software. It's just built into the machine. That's very cool, and that's kind of doing what we always talk about, and just pushing that innovative edge just that little bit more.
100%, and I need that eye tracking tool, right? That eye contact feature. You know, I'm sure we've all been guilty of it when we've been on Teams calls, for example. Yeah, making sure that you're actually looking at the camera, you're looking at the people that you're talking to at the end there, rather than looking at yourself over down in the corner. I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's easy to do. AP is there on that 5G bandwagon too. So I think it's really important, Fletch, that we talk about the similarities between the SQ3 5G model and the Intel Evo models as well, because they all fall under the Surface Pro 9 umbrella, and there are lots of things that are the same between the two different configurations, but, you know, like the AI camera functionality and stuff, there are a few differences between them too. So we'll go through those, we'll talk to all of it. I've been teasing enough. I have them here. I want to show you what they all look like. But I do have something I prepared earlier, and I want to talk to you all about the unboxing experience for this product, because it's actually changed. So because I don't have my resident camera expert here, my husband Graham, to help me out, I've got a little video of what the unboxing experience actually looks like. So I want to play that for you, because of course all of these things have been changed for sustainability in mind. So now when you lift the lid, you actually adjust it with the device itself. So look at that beautiful sapphire color, look at it go, and then you pull on that tab, and on the front it's just like a film that you peel off, that's mostly paper, so really easy, more sustainable, and it kind of has the key call out of all of the things that, you know, the hardware features on the device.
How about that accessibility as well, Hannah, with the nice, easy to lift tab? Like, I just
Absolutely
love that little detail, right? So important. And yeah, those feature callouts, or those, you know, port callouts, I didn't have that on the Pro 8 that I brought for myself. So I'm glad to see that has made a comeback. I think it's just so valuable, particularly as we transition into new ports like USB-C with Thunderbolt and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Calling out that Windows Hello camera. Of course, it does do that in the Windows 11 setup as well. It really does prompt you to set up Windows Hello right from out of the box, so you're safe and secure from the beginning. And then you hopefully will know that it's really easy to go back and improve the recognition as well. You know, I wear my glasses most of the time now. I like to pretend that I don't need to. So quite often I'll set it up out of the box, either with or without my glasses, and then I'll go on after the fact and change it. So whatever I'm doing that day, if I have them on or off, Windows Hello can seamlessly recognize me, and I can log into my device super quick and super easy as well. But Fletch, do you want to see them? Which would you like to see first?
Green Gang. Green Gang all the way.
I knew it. I already knew it because I put it on the top of the pile. I'm obsessed. So I do have a big light in front of me.
But I think that's good. Because of that. Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I really wanted to show. And like it's the same with this new sage color in the Surface Laptop 5. It looks a little bit different in every light. And that's something that I really, really like about it. Like even that beautiful Microsoft logo on the back, just how it catches in different lights. And I really love this color. I would say that it has almost like a goldy kind of undertone to it.
Green gold. Green gold.
Green gold. I don't know. Like it's just those are just how my eyes see it. Just
no, I think you're right.
You're wrong. That's how my eyes see this. And of course, I do have it matching with the beautiful new forest green Surface Signature keyboard as well. So, as you all know, that is a must accessory for any Surface Pro device. And we have, let me do this properly, the Surface Slim Pen 2 housing and charged in there as well, which is always a huge bonus. And the iconic Surface kickstand that goes down as far as
show me the hinge, Hannah. Show me the hinge.
Oh, let's look at that hinge. And I love, you know, this is something that has happened for a few generations now, but just the fact that the hinge is the same color.
See, I was like, are we going to get caught out? Is it not going to be the same color as this unit? But it is. And
it is.
That matters.
It is. There it is. Yeah. We've got the new, let me hold this straight, the swappable SSD in there as well. Of course, make sure that you do that through an authorized repair agent. But it's all green, Fletch. It's all green.
I love it.
I
it's a little bit more of a statement green than the Laptop 5, which I think is a little bit more subtle, and I like it.
Yes, yes.
And yeah,
You've been hyping it up ever since
mm,
you saw that first announcement, Fletch. You were just like, "Green gang, the green is for me." And as soon as I opened the box, I was like, "Fletch is gonna love this.
yeah.
He hasn't overhyped it. He's gonna really
See,
like it."
I'm looking right next to me because of course I like painting, and one of the
Yeah,
colors I've been using a lot recently is green gold, which is why, like, as soon as you said
there
it's
we
got a gold
go.
undertone, I was
Like
like,
it is.
green gold.
It exists. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And look at me just patting my Surface Signature keyboard. That beautiful Alcantara.
Mm,
It feels so nice. It feels so soft. So of course you can do, the new colors, the forest green and the sapphire. Of the devices also come across in your Surface Signature keyboard, so you can choose to be matchy, or you can choose to mix and match and have one or the other to best suit you for whatever it is that you need and want. So this is the new forest green. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And then do we want to go sapphire next?
yes.
Yes.
I'm
There
shocked
we
you
go.
even asked. Of course we do.
Once again, just how the color
Mm,
looks in different lights, it's really vibrant, which I
yeah.
love. I'm someone who is guilty. I just wear black. I wear black all the time. So for me, seeing something like this and being like, oh, this will go with all of my outfits. It will
Yeah.
bring my black soul to life, and it will just look so, so good. So there is the beautiful sapphire color, and of course, it's matching Surface Signature keyboard.
That's nice. It's yeah, I like it. I
So
just
good.
like seeing them in, like, I love seeing them in the sizzle bids. It's
Yeah.
amazing. They look great, but I like seeing them in this more real world scenario to get that, like, proper idea. And yeah, I like. I actually
100%.
am firmly green gang. I've got to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I
And
really,
that's
really
it,
am.
right? Like
Yeah,
that's why we brought the colors through, so you can get the device that best suits you, that best suits your personality, your look, you feel, the kinds of clothes you wear, the kind of bag that you're going to put it in, all of those kinds of things. I really love having more options to accessorize with your
Hmm,
Surface
hmm.
Pro 9.
That's so cool. That's so
I
good.
love it.
Oh,
I love it. So I do have the Platinum 5G model with me here as well. Look at me go, Fletch. Look at me go. I have all of them. So obviously the much loved Platinum. I haven't set this one up yet. So I do still
Ooh,
have the
you've still got all the
front cover on
packaging.
it. Still got that beautiful front cover with its nice easy
I
hang tab to get it out of the box.
I really appreciate it pointing out where the mics are. Because,
Same.
there are situations where you want to get a little bit closer and know for sure where they're situated. And yeah, I just really appreciate that. That's just a nice little touch.
100%. And those dual
Mm,
far field microphones are something that we
mm,
talk about all the time. It's something that we know is iconic for Surface. It spans across the Surface range and is really important, especially in this hybrid world that we're living in this day and age, to have a device that's it can just pick you up from no matter
mm.
what angle you're at. And having two here, either side of the camera, makes it nice and easy. So if I'm from this side, if I'm from this side, if I'm directly in front of it, it's still going to pick me up. It's still going to actually sound like my own voice as well, which is really important. So I agree, Fletch. I really love having
Mm,
the call outs there. So, if you're someone who doesn't live and
yeah.
breathe these devices like us, you can really easily be like, oh, that's where that is. Oh, I didn't know that it had that. Of course, we've got the two USB-C ports on the
Mm,
side. And I just want to show this to you because this is the 5G model. The really quick, easy way to tell is, of course, that it does have the little bandy things on it.
mm.
Um,
Yes, there's something different, Hannah, from my
there is
Pro 8.
something
There's
different.
something different. Yeah.
So there is something different, and just so we get the full color range, hold on.
Yeah.
Just
You
working
need free
through
hands.
my
Just grow
stack of
another.
surfaces, surfi, however we want to call
Surfi.
it. So this surfi. So this, of course, is the graphite color, but this is my Surface Pro 8. So I want to show you the Surface Pro 8, and let's go back to the sapphire, just because look at them next to each other. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. Can you tell? Look at the tops of these devices. Can you tell me, Fletch, what's the difference between the Pro 8 and the Pro 9?
Yeah. The buttons are back on top, and
Yes.
I like it. And
I really like that
yeah.
too. I've definitely
'Cause
been guilty of when I'm holding it landscape as a tablet on the
Mhm.
Pro 8, having the buttons on the side, I've accidentally locked my
Yeah.
device a few times. So I
Yes.
am
Same
stoked
here.
to see it on the top of the Pro 9. So
And
the power button and the volume button has also moved to the top.
it's consistency with the Go Free as well, right? Which is quite nice for
Yes.
like me who has one as a companion slash my daughter likes to watch YouTube on it a lot.
Mhm.
For the Go, it's nice having that consistency. And
And
we talk about all the time how quite often, people will wait a generation before they come and buy
mm,
a Surface device again,
yeah.
particularly with Surface Pros. They'll not necessarily come in and buy the next one. They'll
Mhm.
wait a generation and then come in and buy it. And
Yeah.
for all those people who have skipped a generation, you're getting that familiar experience with the new form factor, right? Because you're going
Yeah.
from Pro 7 to Pro 9.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Hmm,
look, Fletch, I'll be totally honest. And
hmm,
looking at the Pro 8 to the Pro 9, of course, there is the bump up in processors. So we've now got your 12th
hmm.
gen Intel processors and things like that. But when I first saw it, I kind of thought, are these much different? Like physically, do these devices look much different? And I thought the answer was no until I got the Pro 9 and I was just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
there have been quite a few changes here. So as you can see, of course, the buttons have moved to the top. And then when we look at one side, so the Pro 8 has the volume and the headphone jack on one side, but on that same side is actually the two USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports. And look,
Is it
you go
just me, or are they the ports always on the side that I find that having ports on the left hand side is always more useful? I don't know if
see,
that's like something to do
I'm
with
so
how
glad you
houses
said
are
it, Fletch,
designed, but
because
yeah,
once again, so previously on the Pro 8, they were on the right hand
yeah,
side, and you're totally right. I'm looking at how my desk is set up now. I have a Surface Laptop Studio in front of me, and it has the Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports on the left hand side as well. And so, like, I like sitting with my monitor to this side. It works better with my dock. It works better with all of my accessories and all of that. So I do really appreciate having them on the left hand side now. And then the other thing as well, which I wasn't expecting, is yes, you can see that, right? The Surface Connect
mm,
port has
mm,
moved. So it's gone slightly
yeah,
further up. So when it's on your desk,
yes,
I've
again,
always liked bringing
yes,
the charger in from the top rather than from the bottom.
yeah,
It's now higher up on the side of the device.
yes, so important because you can just make it look so much more clean. I'm all
I
about
know.
things looking nice. I don't
See,
want the cable getting bent and
exactly.
yeah.
This is why you're here with me, Fletch, because I was as I was saying that, I was like, does anybody else care about this? Does anybody else find
No,
these
I
things
care.
useful?
I
And
think
I
that's
hope that everybody
yes.
does, but Fletch, you get me.
Hmm.
We're totally on the same page here. Totally understand that. Look, there is one more thing I want to shout out, which I have seen people
Oh,
talking about online. There is a change to the ports and connections for this device. The Surface Pro 9 no longer has a headphone jack. Just want to say it, just want to come out with it.
hmm.
And how do you feel about that, Fletch?
All I have is Bluetooth or whatever comes with my phone, and the ones
Yeah,
that come with my phone have USB-C now. So
yeah, for sure. I
yeah.
totally understand that some people may be upset
Hmm.
by that call, but I think it makes sense with where technology is moving, right?
Yeah.
I know when my phone first lost the headphone jack, I was so upset. I was just like, what's going on? What's happening here? How will I listen to music on my
Hmm.
phone? Bluetooth headphones, man, Bluetooth
Yeah.
headphones. I've absolutely
Even
made the switch in that area of my life, and I don't really remember the last time I plugged headphones in through the headphone jack directly through my
hmm.
device. So hopefully everybody feels okay about it.
Yeah.
And I think we've made a lot of steps in unifying technology, right? With that
Hmm.
USB-C and Thunderbolt 4, that was a really big step forward for us to kind of go with where the market is taking us, go with
Yeah.
what sort of industry standard and what people like to use and the accessories that they have that come with USB-C. So I think that the loss of the headphone jack is also moving in that same trajectory, right?
Yeah.
With how technology is updating and the kinds of accessories that we're using our device with these days.
100%. And 3.5 mil jacks are great, but
Mhm.
they're like really old technology now, right? They've been
Yeah.
around for so long, and they limit what headphones can do. That's why
Mm.
gaming headphones, if you want 7.1 or something, it's either telling you like it's adaptive, so it's not quite actually what it is, or you've got to plug it into a USB port anyway. Or if you're like really into your music, you know, it's like a 2.1 channel, right? It's only like left, right, whereas USB-C, you're going to be able to get so much more like range. That's it's going to give you a better experience.
See, once again, Fletch, this is why you're here. I say things and then you know what you need to say to back me up. So while we're on that train of thought, let's talk a little bit more about the two different processing options we have. Because once again, that's something that I can say with confidence, and you are so much better at going in depth and explaining more about it. So do you want to start with the Intel models?
Yeah, I think so, because you know, I think Intel, obviously, it's 12th gen, which is fantastic. It is Evo V3, version 3 certified, which is also fantastic, because really we said it on, you know, the announce day stream. It's not just us saying this is an awesome device anymore. It's Intel coming along and saying it's a fantastic device. And the things that I like to focus on when it comes to, you know, Evo and what it does is, yes, it's going to be fast because it's a 12th gen Intel chip. It's going to be a really, really quick and really powerful device, but it's just confirming things like instant on. So the screen has to turn on in less than a second from taking that type cover off the screen or hitting that button to be Evo certified. So it's not just us. Fast charge. We have half charge in half an hour, which actually blows the requirements out of the water and makes it, you know, fantastic. Great cameras, great microphones, and you know it's a real world scenario, not just saying that it's 1080p or got some sort of spec related to it. It just needs to be high quality, which is what ours are, because we do focus on the lens, we do focus on software being able to support that camera. Which means even if we have 720p cameras on our devices, they still look amazing and have way better lighting and stuff like that. So it's really nice to say that it's Evo certified, particularly when it comes to little things like that, which, you know, it's hard to say without getting stuck in the mud too much why it's fantastic. But now we've got, you know, this thing which has very set standards on what you need to do to attain it, saying, yes, this is a fantastic device. This is a device that's right on the upper end of what Windows can offer.
Absolutely. That premium Windows 11 experience that not only comes from the operating system, but it's also in the hardware, right? So all of those things that you're saying, Fletch, I'm still mind blown that this device has 15.5 hours of battery life, but supported by that fast charging. Oh my goodness, half of the battery life in half an hour. That is mind blowing. It's going to come in handy for me in so many different situations, right? We present a lot for a living. We do a lot of events and all of those kinds of things. So in the breaks, just charge it up and then we're good to go. You know, it's really great having a device that we know that we can just have that level of confidence to take it with us, charge it during the lunch break and be good to go all day. Super, super useful. So that's the Intel Evo badge comes on almost all of the Pro 9s with Intel, apart from that base model. So part of the Intel Evo requirement is having a 256 SSD and above. So we do, of course, still have that 128 i5 model. That doesn't have the Intel Evo badge, but it's still 12th gen Intel. It's just the difference in SSD sizes. But we want to make sure that we still have that entry level price point for the Surface Pro 9. And, you know, with things like OneDrive and all of that stuff, you can really easily have all of your things backed up to the cloud and not need that onboard storage. But it just depends on what kind of device you want and the budget that you have to go alongside it, right?
Absolutely. Should we talk about the other one too? Can we? Yeah,
of course we can.
The other one,
because you said that this was one of the things that first stood out to you, right? Having the Pro 9 5G model. Absolutely,
I'm really hyped and excited, and obviously the Pro 9 5G model is run with a Qualcomm processor, and that's totally fine because it is the right choice for a 5G device, and that's really really important, and I'm going to absolutely hammer it. It may be a different brand, so it's not Evo certified, but guess what? It is a Surface. So yes, you still get instant on. You still have those same great cameras in the Intel model. You still have half charge in half an hour. In fact, you have an even longer battery life because of
absolutely
the
up to
chipset
19
in it.
hours, up to 19
Yes.
hours on the Pro 9 with 5G, which is
It's so crazy, right? But because of the processor that's in it, which is focusing on making it incredibly portable, even beyond what a Surface Pro typically offers, you do get other benefits. So you get that auto framing, which I just love watching it. I love watching it every time we play this as a video, how it zooms in on the person and focuses right on them. And follows them as they move around in different parts of the camera. You've got amazing background noise cancellation, where the mics will pick up people, even if like you've got the hairdryer blowing your hair right next to you. That's just absolutely incredible to me. And even with the chipset that it has, I always have to call this out because people will ask this or want to know it. It's built on a 32-bit architecture, but it runs 64-bit because technology is amazing and you can run that side with software virtually. So it's a really, really cool device. And I'm hoping we can play around with the one you've got at your house at some point.
Yeah.
Soon.
You betcha. I'm
Yeah.
going to be the person that now just turns up wherever I go with 5 different devices in my bag to be like, look, friends, look at what I have. But I'm very lucky that Surface is my area of speciality. So I get very spoiled. I'm very grateful to the Microsoft team for hooking us up so we can come to you live and show you things like this on the monumental day, which is launch day. Fletch, while we're talking about obviously having the Intel model and the 5G model, you mentioned that it does run Windows on ARM and things like that. Obviously, that experience has changed quite a lot with Windows 11, with all of the things built in. But are there any limitations that you'd want to call out based on usage and what you might be using this device for?
Absolutely. I think like really remembering that this is a device that focuses on mobile, that's its niche, that's what it excels at, is really important to remember. So if you are someone who wants to like run AutoCAD and do that very heavy 3D modeling with AutoCAD software, or that's where you do want to go to the Intel Evo certified model or up into the laptop studio, which will be even better. And that's because it is a really intense program. It's really designed for 64-bit architecture, first and foremost, and Intel is fantastic at running very intense singular programs and just concentrating and pouring power into them. So I would have that as a key call out. But if you want 5G, if you want to be able to use it, this device anywhere, don't want to have to hotspot off your phone, you want that super quick experience, then that's when the 5G model comes into play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's just it, right, Fletch? All of these devices have their own benefits for what it is that you want to be using it for. And it's so important to ask yourself all of those questions, right? Like, where will I be using this device the most? Is digital inking something that you're interested in and that you'll want to use? Even if you haven't kind of leapt into the digital inking age, if you like writing notes, I highly recommend getting yourself a Surface Pro. Just give it a go. Just say, I'm no longer going to take a physical pen and paper notebook with me. I'm going to try. I did that a little while ago now when I was at university, when I first started with my Surface Pro 2. I just stopped taking notebooks and I was just like, I have this piece of technology that can do that for me. And I've been absolute convert ever since. I love the experience of being able to type if I feel the need to type, draw diagrams in OneNote, all of those kinds of things are really, really useful to get yourself into. So always ask yourself the right questions so you can, understand which product is best going to suit everything that you need it for. Because while today's a special day for Surface Pro 9, of course we still have the full Surface family, right? We've got the Surface Go 3, the Surface Laptop Go 2, the Surface Laptop 5, the Surface Pro 9, and the Surface Laptop Studio. That's everybody, right, Fletch? I haven't forgot any of my children. I think that's
You did say
everybody.
go-to, the laptop go-to.
Yeah,
You did
laptop
say that.
go-to.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that makes me so happy that we have this wonderful full Surface family, right? Because we
Mm,
have the right Surface device at the right price for each and every customer and each and every use case. If you like a more traditional laptop form factor, that's okay. We've got 2 different options for you, 3 really, because 4 actually, because there's a 13.5-inch laptop 5 as well as the 15
and a 15.
laptop 5.
Yes.
Yes, and the laptop go to and the laptop studio. So many options based on what it is you need the device for,
Mm,
and not only can you customize your own Surface experience based on which device you choose, you can customize your experience on which color of the devices you
mhm,
choose and the accessories that you pair it with. And I think for Surface and Surface Pro 9 in particular, pairing accessories is what makes this device absolutely sparkle and shine, right? Obviously, the Surface Signature keyboard, the what used to be called a type cover, that's accessory number 1. I think the Surface Slim Pen 2
mm.
absolutely is accessory number 2. That I think your experience with Surface Pro is going to be amazing as it is, but it's going to be even better when paired with those 2 accessories. And you can also buy the pen and keyboard together as a bundle. Which works
Yes.
out as I think it's about at least $20 cheaper than buying them separately. So I think that that's a really great option and opportunity as well. But Fletch, obviously I've taken the first 2, the most, I think, straightforward, simple ones. What other accessories would you recommend to go alongside Surface Pro 9?
I think always underrated is a solid arc mouse or mobile mouse. I think those are the
Yes.
2 mice we have that pair perfectly with it because they're very mobile. Hence why one's
Mm,
called a mobile mouse.
yeah.
So I think that is a must-have. I actually always have an arc mouse in my bag. You can vouch for that. You see
Yeah.
me whip it
I
out
was
all the
just gonna
time.
say, no, like, I wish I had one to show with me, but it's in my bag because I have one for at my
Yeah,
desk, like a different we both have the precision mouse. We love
yeah.
the precision mouse, but I always have an arc mouse in my bag. I have my accessories set up for here when I'm at home at my desk, and I also have another one in my bag for when I'm out and about on the go. And the arc mouse has lived in my bag for all of my travel, all of the events that we do for many, many years now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I'd say those are highlights as well as I'm always a fan of having USB-C to HDMI just in case. That's
Mm.
that's something also that's just constantly in my bag.
I take that and I
Mm.
raise you, Fletch. I think the
This
Microsoft
USB-C travel
USB-C
hub.
travel hub. Oh,
There
oh
we
my goodness,
go.
that is one of my favorite accessories that has come out of late. I'm lucky enough to have a Surface Dock 2 at my desk. Once again, thinking about like my home desk setup and my mobile setup as well, having a Surface Dock 2 for at your desk and then a Microsoft USB-C travel hub with all of the ports you need, so you can go out to HDMI, VGA. In a job like we do, we're really surprised how often VGA still turns up. Your Ethernet connection, USB-C, USB-A, it really has everything you can think of. So it's a really, really useful accessory. And like I say, the Pro 9 experience on its own is going to be amazing. Fletch, I know how much you love using these devices as tablets, but then when
Oh
you go and
yes.
pair it with the Surface Signature type cover, the Surface Slim Pen 2, a nice mouse, and a beautiful adapter of some sort, I think that's really going to elevate your experience for however you want to use that device, whether it's at a desk, out and about on the go, on your lap at a cafe, whatever it is. So many
Yes.
different uses and different ways that you can interact with your Surface Pro 9.
Absolutely. And I have to say, anyone who doesn't see the value of the pen, I'm whipping it out daily at the moment
Yeah,
on my
all the
my
time.
Pro 8. So absolutely needed for a Pro 9.
100%.
Mm,
Fletch, I think that's going to bring us to the end
yeah.
of our
One more.
stream today. One more. Okay.
One more.
Okay.
One more.
I'm
One
so
more.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I gotta shout out. It's we're running a promo at the moment, right, Hannah?
Yes. Yes, of course we
Yeah.
are.
We're running an Expert Zone's nifty November promotion, and we're currently in Windows Week. We had Surface Week last week. We're in Windows Week. Obviously, Windows is what makes the Surface devices come to life. So I'm going to chuck this very blurry QR code on the screen and put a message in chat. so that everyone knows how to enter. If you are watching this later and that blurry code is just a nightmare, head over to the Expert Zone ANZ Facebook page and you will be able to find all the details you need to enter. There's one more day for Windows Week, and then on Thursday, we're starting Microsoft 365 Week. So you got to be in it to win it. We've got 5 prize packs to give away, full of good stuff. And we've still got 2 weeks left after Windows, so M365 and Xbox.
I love it, Fletch. Great shout out. Of course, we do our best to deliver all of the pieces of knowledge that we have to you through streams like this. But if you are a retail pro across Australia and New Zealand, make sure you keep it locked to Expert Zone, which is Microsoft's online learning platform, so you can dig a little deeper. You can find out some things that maybe we didn't mention on today's stream over on expertzone.microsoft.com, and also follow us, Expert Zone ANZ, across all of the social channels, which is Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm always going for the last one. I'm just like, oh no, where are we going with this? But we do have a whole lot more content coming on Surface Pro 9. That's why I get these beautiful devices, to make some videos for y'all to check out, see them up close. Sorry, I'm just one last time for the colors, Fletch. Yes. Oh, so good. Look at them moving the lights. So beautiful. I'm so lucky to have them here with you. But make sure you enter our nifty November accreditation promotion. Keep it locked to Expert Zone. Keep it locked to all of our social channels. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Surface Pro 9 Day. And we will see you on Friday for a gaming stream.